We've got Maduro and the Democrats are acting like. Welcome aboard. And welcome to part 2 of Democrats Are, well, you know what they are.
Runs completely counter to what he ran on. And I'm angry. You can hear it in my voice, I'm sure.
Congresswoman, you mentioned Taiwan, you mentioned Ukraine, but another nation that is out there, Cuba, in the president's crosshairs is Iran, where just a few days ago he talked about how our nation was locked and loaded against the Iranian regime and what they may or may not do to protesters there. Talk more about how concerned should Americans be that what we're seeing in Venezuela might not be the end, but the start of something bigger.
Hold on. I'm just going to say it. I haven't seen this. I'm completely blind to any of this. I hope she says something about how we shouldn't get involved in making sure people in Iran are not persecuted for speaking their mind about their government. Well, I hope she says something about we should be killing those people or whatever.
Well, under President Potato, God, I keep calling him President Potato. I don't know what's up. Unlike President Biden, there was an uprising and he stayed out of it. He didn't say a word. Mm-hmm. And Trump is saying, hey, there's an uprising. He knows Iran's about to collapse. And just by saying we're with you, that might be enough to push the Iranian people
kind of an Arab Spring thing.
Yeah, to overthrow the theocratic government, because we did a couple shows ago. Tehran's running out of water. They're having to shut down their capital and move it. They have no water because of some environmental stuff that they did with dumb engineering. Trump is saying, hey, you know what? Don't shoot the people, because Iran is ripe for an overthrow of the government. And to be
fair, hold on. To be fair, Trump said, don't shoot the people who are being peaceful. And I think that's a big distinction. Even Trump said, listen, I understand there's a lot of upset people on both sides right now.
I haven't heard the comments. Yes, so I just heard about it.
He said, I'm going to have to paraphrase a little bit here, but he said about it being, he said, if you assault, might have been the right word, peaceful protesters. And so, to be fair, if you're tipping over cars, throwing rocks, that's not necessarily peaceful. If you're setting things on fire, that's not exactly peaceful.
Yeah, but if you're going to overthrow a government in Iran, you don't do it unpeacefully. You're
right. But there has to be a little bit. If you see some of that footage that they showed in Venezuela, they were like literally ripping down gates, and they were beating people up. That's not peaceful, no matter what we want to talk about.
Now, do you think this is going to be my very good friend at work? I really like him. He said, "Oh no, this was practice to go into Cuba." Do you think we're going into Cuba?
It would be a domino that would fall, but I don't really think we're trying to go into Cuba.
All right, sounds good.
Yes, for a man that ran on a so-called peace platform, he has been saber rattling to places around the world. We should be very concerned about what his designs are with Iran. We should be deeply concerned that our elected officials, members of Congress and senators who are elected by the people to do the people's work, to uphold and defend the Constitution, are not being consulted. We had a war powers resolution that we put forward as Democrats. We can't do this alone. That's the other thing I wanted to say to you this morning. We cannot protect and defend the Constitution without our Republican colleagues. And it is just astonishing the amount of power my Republican colleagues have given away to this president, who is not at all doing what he said he would do on behalf of the American people. And
to be fair, and these are his words, so I haven't fact-checked this, but he said 8.25 conflict.
Who?
Trump this morning.
Okay.
He said 8.25 conflicts / wars have been nulled or voided, since he's gone in because of things he's done. I can't remember what he used the court.
Oh, okay.
For.
No, he's negotiated peace treaties.
Yes.
He's done like 8 or 9 so far.
Well, he said 8 1/4 because one of them, Africa area, I think it was.
Okay.
Started back up again.
Oh, did it? Okay. All right.
And he said that, he said he was going to give that 1/4 because of that. All right. I don't know where the hell we were.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
It is Republican colleagues who hold and defend the Constitution are not being consulted. We had a war powers resolution that we put forward as Democrats. We can't do this alone. That's the other thing I wanted to say to you this morning. We cannot protect and defend the Constitution without our Republican colleagues. And it is just astonishing the amount of power my Republican colleagues have given away to this president who
I'm trying to figure out how much power they've given away because he hasn't overstepped his executive rights.
Oh, not at all. And he's working well within the same system that, I don't know, Obama and Biden were working under.
Well,
the Democrats didn't complain then.
All 46, I'm going to be horrible at this, 46 presidents?
47. Okay, it's 45 men, 47 presidencies.
Yeah, so have worked under. I mean, it hasn't changed since Washington. These are the rules you have. Just because somebody is using the rules they have and working within them doesn't make them wrong.
Well, to be fair, the rules have changed and expanded, but that's because the world has changed. Like, trust me, Thomas Jefferson wasn't sitting there going, well, bombers could come over here from Sri Lanka.
Whoa.
He
Do
did
not bring that up.
Don't bring up what?
Jefferson
It was the Barbary Wars.
I was going to say basically created the elite force, which now we've expanded to the Marines, and we can get into that argument if you want. But the Marines are the elite force of the Navy, and sent 13 of them over to the Barbary Coast and took care of things and got our ships back that were that. So yes, we have been doing this for a very long time.
All right, let's move on.
Was not at all doing what he said he would do on behalf of the American people. And it is deeply, deeply troubling. And I would like to know why it is that we are waiting till 11 o'clock today to get any kind of press conference related to this, outrageous military action in the region.
Wait. She's complaining that it's taken a couple hours to do a press
Officially
conference?
less than 11.
There is no constitutional duty at all to do a press conference.
Not constitutional and not to notify. And I want to say is it 48 or 72 hours?
It's 48 or 72. I can't remember off the top of my head.
But he let them know well within that?
Oh, yeah. He let them know within an hour.
I mean, heck, from what I understand, from within an hour of him of Maduro being on the boat, he let them know. And he let the world know in under 48 hours.
He even said, this is the greatest military thing that ever happened since World War II. Okay, because he really exaggerates. That's part of his charm. But she's complaining that he didn't do a press conference right away. Where was President Potato? I mean, I remember Biden didn't do a press conference for something like 60-something days, or God knows how long it was.
Bin Laden. How long did we wait for that? Wasn't it a day?
I don't know how long it was, but I will say this.
But it was definitely not a couple.
But, I mean, the Democrats have gone so far off the deep end, they've just gone mashuga. All right.
And my heart goes out to all the Vermonters that have been deployed or in the region. And I also want to say the president...
How many Vermonters? Hold on. Whoa. How many Vermonters are in the region of Venezuela right now?
I'm going to go big. I would say
10.
I was going to go 3 to 5.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, are we occupying Venezuela right now? Because I don't think we're occupying Venezuela.
No.
We sent a few guys in. From what I understand, it was less than 10 that hit the ground.
I don't know how many hit the ground, but we were there for 3 hours and out.
So I'm just trying to figure out, I mean, granted, there were a lot. There was Air Force because I think they had drones involved. That were
they had Air Force. They had Navy.
They had obviously Navy because it was a carrier, and you obviously had Army because it was Delta. So I don't know if we had Marines involved. Wouldn't surprise me if we had Marines involved, but they've been quiet if that's the case. So. How many Vermontans, other than the carrier? Don't get me wrong. There might have been as many as 10 on the carrier.
Let's say there's 20. Let's go to 20.
I don't consider the carrier part of this right now, to be honest with you. How many really were involved on that?
This lady is Meshuggah.
If she'd have said soldiers involved, if she'd have made everybody, literally encompassed instead of just Vermonters, then I could have I could have almost felt for her. I could have almost said, you know what, she cares. But to say Vermonters, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that ticks me off.
News, a couple of our guys got hit. This isn't a game, Mr. President. This is about our service members who sign up to protect and defend the Constitution.
I am mad about this.
Go. I know what I would say about this.
Don't get me wrong. First of all, as somebody who has a vested interest in the military right now, I'm mad about the statement of, first of all, people sign up for this and they're proud to, and you're demeaning to them by saying that for some reason or other, they signed up to the military and they didn't know what they were doing.
Well, here's the other thing that gets me.
But the other thing is 30,000 people last month died in the Ukraine war. Now, granted, I realize those aren't American soldiers. Those are people. Those are heartbeats. Those are people who deserve to live. Last month, 27,000 people. 57,000 people in the last 60 days died because of war. One war specifically. That pisses me off that she's sitting there and saying about 2 people who got injured. And don't get me wrong, I don't think they should have got injured either, in the sense of, no, it's not good. But they signed up for a job. They volunteered for this job. People think that they're conscript. And when they do these kind of special things, they are not conscript.
Yeah, here's the other thing that gets me. I remember when Obama was like, going to the VA, the Veterans Administration, to get health care should be as easy as going to the DMV. And everybody's sitting there going like, Barack Hussein Obama has never been to the DMV. Otherwise, he would never have said that. The DMV is a nightmare. But who is the president who turned around and said enough is enough? When a veteran needs health care and if the VA can't provide it, that veteran should be able to go to any doctor and have the bill paid for him because he was a vet. What president pushed that idea through? That was Donald Trump.
Last term, if I remember correctly.
His first term. Absolutely.
Yes.
So for this woman, and I'm not saying woman because she's a woman, but she's a woman. This congresswoman to sit there and complain and say, Mr. President, how dare you? The president darn well knows that when he sends people in, service people in, that they could be. He understands that. So for her to pretend that he doesn't understand it, Congresswoman, you are an insult to the military in this country, and you should be ashamed for that comment.
Constitution and not do your bidding on a whim overseas.
Congresswoman, I have kind of a 2-part question. One is that we have heard 3 different justifications.
Who's this guy?
Why the administration?
I don't know.
We have the narco arrest, and that's what Pam Bondi has said.
Okay, that's legit.
Change, which others have said. We had Ambassador John Bolton on. He talked about geopolitical machinations. He's not in the administration, but this was his job.
John Bolton hates Trump. He is such an anti-Trumper, and Bolton's in a little bit of trouble right now. If this is the same Bolton I'm thinking of, because he had classified documents in his house that he did not legally have the right to have.
That's where I reckon
it's the same kind of thing they went after Trump for having classified document, except for the fact that a president is allowed to have classified documents, whereas John Bolton, no, he had no legal right to take those. So excuse me if this guy is just a
I don't want to
goofball.
side rail this, but yes, because as a person who had classified documents at times at their disposal, when I did the aerospace stuff, yes, as long as they have been duly assigned to you until they are revoked from you, you're allowed to have them. End of
but
story.
he kept them.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I mean, I have documents that I am required to keep. Well, I was required to keep for multiple decades. I'm not in that part of the company anymore, or that kind of world anymore. But yes, and at the end, if they ever sent a thing and said, "Listen, we need you to turn these back in 60 days," we had a requirement to do that, and we did that at times. So, I mean, I guess the question I have is, yes, Trump as the president gets to keep them as much as he wants. Biden as the president gets to keep them as much as he wants. Bolton guy, I don't know.
No, he's actually being charged. He's been indicted.
So he has been those documents have been called back, and he didn't give them
my understanding is Bolton is being charged with having documents he was not allowed to have.
Okay.
And being that this is getting long, let's go to our final word. What's your final thought on the Democrats and how they are freaking out about this?
I think, as far as I'm concerned, the Democrats are going to complain because it's Trump.
Yeah, to me, I'm sorry, the Democrats have lost the plot. They will complain about anything that Trump does. They will exaggerate anything that Trump does. They will. It's not just, hey, we're the other side. We can see where you're coming from. We're going to give you that leeway as president.
It has to be hate Trump.
It has to be hate Trump because the Democrats have absolutely lost the plot. And because of this, they're losing America. Yeah, they still have their core people. Yeah, I don't think that the Democrats are going to do well in 2026. Historically, they should do great. So if you like what we're doing, reach on down, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and Jeremy would really love to hear your comments about how he's right or how I'm right on how he's wrong and I'm wrong. So yeah, reach on down. We'd love to have you as a subscriber. And with that,
we'll see you at the next stop.